Hello everyone and welcome to episode 7 of How to Make Five Nights at Freddy's 2 inside of Scratch. In today's episode we're going to be finishing off the camera visuals. So last time we did half of the visuals and we're going to be finishing the rest of them off today. So that should be good. So we'll get off started straight away. So starting off, let's make a new sprite, of course, calling it Camo 7. This camera right here, this is like a hallway. So let's go to upload. After textures, locations, main hall, and let's get all of these images in here. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Delete this, actually. Delete Camo 7, delete that sprite. We need to right click, duplicate Camo 6, and call this one Camo 7. Just so we can have the code and we don't have to redo it all. Let's upload all of these costumes in here again. Okay, there we go. So we're going to call the first one 0, and then 0, 0. And then B for Bonnie, and then F for Freddy, and then we have Chica, so TC, and then TC1, whoops, TC1, okay. So inside of the code, in this first part here, we need to make a new list. I'm going to call this 07. Hide this, let's delete all of 07. If camera is 07, we show, we go backwards 2 layers as well. And when I receive camera chains, if it is 07 and 07 contains B, switch costume to 0, then to B, then to 0. If it contains Freddy, so that's F, switch costume to F, 0, 0, F, 0. If it contains TC, make sure this is 07 as well. Switch costume to TC, no sorry, TC, TC1, and then TC. And if it does not contain B, F, or TC, we just switch costumes to its default costumes and make sure they say 07 as well. Okay, that looks good. Let's right click, duplicate this again. We've got Cam 08 now, which is parts and service. Delete all these, upload costume, locations, parts and service, and let's get all these in here. Actually, we get all of these except for the last one. Okay, so in Cam 08, we have this, let's put this one first, the dark one. Let's call this 000. This one I'm going to call CBF. This one I'm going to call CF. This one I'm going to call F. This one I'm going to call this one here. This one I'm going to call FO for Foxy, and this one I'm going to call 00. Okay. Inside of the code, we need a new list calling it 08. And we delete all of 08. If it equals 08 we show, and we leave the code as is. And when we receive camera chains, we need to put switch costume here to 000 at the start, and if it's 08, we can change this here. Okay, so this is a little bit different, seeing as there's 3 animatronics here. So we need a few ands here in the first one. So if we need 2 ands, let's put this like that. If 07 or 08 contains C, right click, duplicate this, put in here. If 08 contains B, right click, duplicate, put this in here. And if it contains F, switch costume to 000, switch costume to CBF, switch costume to 000, and then else we just need a double one here, so we can duplicate this part, just one and. If 08 contains C and F, switch costume to C and F, and if it contains 08 contains F, Switch costume to 000 F 000, and also change these to 000 as well, not 0. And then we need Foxy as well, so let's just move this, right click duplicate. If it contains FO, switch costume to 000 FO 000, and then we can just put that like that. And then we need a new OR condition, so let's just grab this, put this in here, just like that, and then we need to change these to 08, so if B, well let's just say BF and FO, and then change all these 07s to 08. And we just do 000 000 000 0, and that's 08. So a little bit different, but that's fine. 09 similar as well. So we're going to right click duplicate cam 08, calling it 09. And in the costumes, this is the main stage of the toy animatronics. So it is in stage, and let's get all these. So we have a few sprites here. First one is BFC, so Bonnie, Freddy Chica. Second one is BFC1. And then we have FC, Freddy Chica. And then we have FC1. And then we have F. And then we have F1. And we have 0. So they've all moved. Okay, that's the code, pretty easy. And now we need a new list, calling it 09. Let's delete all of 09 and start 09. Go backwards 2 layers. We do not need the switch costume, just 000 block there. If camera is 09 and 09 contains 09 and 09, let's do TB, TF, and TC, and we switch costume to BFC, BFC1, and then BFC, and then if 09 contains, oops, I did not mean to do that. If 09 contains TF, and 09 also contains TC, we switch costume to FC, and then FC1, and then FC. And then if it contains TF, switch costume to F1, FC1, or no, F1, sorry, and then F. And then make sure this is also 09. Okay, we do not need this if, so let's delete that. We just need this part here, which only needs 3 input. So this is TB 09, TB 09, TF 09, TC. And we only need one thing here, which is switch costume to 0, because there is no light for the when there's no animatronics there. And that looks good. Let's do camera 10. Camera 10 can only actually have one animatronic on there for now, which is Freddy and Balloon Boy. But we're not doing Balloon Boy right now. I'm going to do Balloon Boy maybe in an extra video, so we can edit it off camera 9, why not? So camera 10. Let's come in here and delete all of these and upload. So this is Kids Cove, Prize and Game Corner, Games Corner, and yeah, all of these. Let's have a look at what costumes we need, because we don't actually need that much. So starting off with, we need a Balloon Boy costume, which is just Balloon Boy standing by himself, which is 41. And we need a another costume, which is Balloon Boy with the light on, which is 50. And then we also need another costume, which is just Toy Freddy standing in the background, which will be 510. There we go. So this one is going to be 0. This one is going to be 0, 0. This one is going to be TF. Just like that. That looks good. Inside the code, we need to make a new list, of course, calling it 10. We can delete all of 10. If camera menu select is 10, go back to layers, camera change. If camera is equal to 10, I'm going to delete all of that actually. We don't actually need that much. I'll keep this last bit as well and put it in the else. So we need one condition here. So if 10 contains TF, switch costume to 0, TF 0, and if it does not contain TF, if 10 does not contain TF, then we switch costume. We can right click, duplicate this part and put it in here. Switch costume to 0, 0, 0, 0, and that's camera 10. Yeah, that looks good. Cam 11. Now this is a little bit different from before. For now, we're going to right click duplicate this, because this actually, Cam 11 has a bit of AI, because Cam 11 is actually the music box room, and there is no Cam, there's no 11 list either. So yeah, so we can delete, get rid of that. We can leave this. There's a few variables we'll need for later, so we're going to set these up now. So let's set, I'm going to make a new variable. I'm going to call this puppet moving. Let's check. Okay, so we'll just set up these variables real quick. I'm just checking something here. Okay, so we want this, we'll just keep this as for all sprites. So puppet moving, hold on. Okay, so let's make this a puppet moving sprite for this sprite only. And we set puppet moving to 0. And we need to make a new sprite, calling it puppet room. And we can set this one, make the puppet room for this sprite only. We set puppet room to 1. And for this camera change script here, let's say we need a whole bunch of different things here. We'll make a new variable. I'm going to call this puppet status for all sprites. I'm just going to delete that. Okay. So actually, look, we should set up the visuals first. So let's come here, upload past corner, and let's just drag. We don't need all these, do we? Drag all of them. We actually need 4 of these. Okay. So we have a dark one. So this would be this one. So 76. We need 76. Let's call this 0, 0. We need a bright one, so it's just a light, which is the first one, so 40, and we'll call this 2, and then we need a new costume, Let's get this first puppet coming out of the box, or yeah, with this first one here. That'll do, and we'll call this one TP. And then we need a new one for an empty box, which is going to be 72. And we'll call it 000. So that pretty much means you're dead. He's left his box. Okay, so we have the visuals. We need a bunch of ifs and else's. If equals if puppet status equals 1, switch costume to 0. Wait until key space is pressed, switch costume, micro duplicate, switch costume to TP, and then not key space is pressed, switch costume to 0. And then we need another if else. If puppet status is equal to 2, 0, 0, and then if camera menu select is 11, switch costume to 0, 2, 0, and that looks good. And then let's do this will just be preparation for a jump scare. Actually, let's do that. So when I receive start game, wait until equals 2, puppet status is equal to 2, wait, we need to add a bit of delay, wait, pick random 5 to 15 seconds, and then broadcast new message, and we're going to call this puppet jump scare. Okay, so there's that part. And now we need a new when I receive. So when I receive camera change, if else, no forever, if puppet moving, which I'm now realizing should actually be a public variable. So I'm going to make this puppet moving has to be for all sprites. So if puppet moving equals 1, switch costume to 0, and then we set puppet room to +sign +1, and then puppet status, which is just here, so puppet status +1, and then we switch costume to puppet room. Okay, that looks good. That should do. Okay, so for camera 12, which is the final camera, we can have only one animatronic on here, and this is Mangles. So I might just duplicate camera 10 because this is going to be the easiest to look off of. I'm going to call this one camera 12. Upload. Let's go to Kids Cove and let's get these 3 images. Not that many. Okay, for the first one we have the light on with no mangles, so 0, 0. Next we have the light off with mangle just hiding there, and then we have this one which is just M. Inside the code we need a new list, calling it 12. Let's hide this, delete all of 12 to start off with. Come back on 2 layers. When I receive camera change, if it is 12 and 12 contains M, switch costume to 0, M 0. If it does not, if 12 does not contain M, we switch costume to 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so hopefully after that, all of that is now been set up, we have visuals and we can see, look on other cameras now, hopefully. So let's see, So we are on camera 9, and we are looking on the different cameras now. And the reason there's no animatronics here is because we actually have not set them to be on the stage just yet. Okay, so camera 11 isn't working. Why is that? Let's have a look at this. Okay, so this is saying if camera menu select is 10, then show. So we'll set that to 11, and now it's showing. Okay, and we can turn on the light as well. So just check that you can turn on the light for all of these. Camera 12 isn't working, probably because for the same reason. Yep, there we go. 12, now it's working. The vents are working. All of these rooms are working. And don't worry about this one not having a light. When there's no animatronics here, the light doesn't work. And all of mine are working, and that is good, and we're still able to interact with things in the office. I've just accidentally messed with the layering. Hopefully that didn't break anything. This is why I should go full screen mode when testing. I'll just do that. Hopefully I didn't mess with anything. No, I didn't. My layering is sorting that out just fine. Okay, so that is good for now. That is actually really, really good. So next episode, I think I'm going to set up the mask now. So there's a different bar which allows you to use the mask, and it'll help you from hiding from other animatronics as well. And then that'll be next episode, and then we will set up the battery and the time, and then afterwards we will start the AI for the animatronics. Okay, so if you have enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.